Good morning, Kasturians, and welcome to revision video 2 of chapter 4, the Central Islamic Lands. In today's video, we will see how Muhammad consolidated the Islamic State, and we will study about the Caliphate expansion. So let's start. In the last video, we saw that Muhammad was forced to go to Medina as his doctrine of one God was opposed by the existing tribes. When Muhammad reached Medina, he created a political order. He consolidated and protected his followers as for a new faith to survive. The community of believers should also survive, and that's why Muhammad consolidated and protected his followers from external dangers, and he created a new state and a new political order, that is government. He resolved the civil strife, that is the intrastate wars in polymology, that is there were so many tribes who were believing in different gods, and these tribes they often clashed with each other. So Muhammad he resolved all these clashes, and he resolved the so called civil strife. He also expanded the ummah to include the polytheists and the Jews who were living in Medina. Muhammad, in order to propagate his new faith of Islam, he added some new rituals, as well as he refined the old existing ones, and he refined or restructured these rituals and the ethical principles so that he can win the faith of his followers. And in these he refined the ritual of fasting, which we now know as Rosa. And in this way, the number of followers of Muhammad it increased. For survival of his followers, Muhammad mainly concentrated on agriculture and trade, as well as the alms tax, which was also known as zakat. Muhammad also continued the expeditionary raids on Meccan caravans and oases. As we know that Medina it was basically lying on the trade route. That's why in order to arrange for more revenue to consolidate the Ummah, Muhammad followed expeditionary raids on Meccan caravans, and they started getting annual tributes from these caravans. When these expeditionary raids were started in the oasis also, the Meccan people and the Jews of Medina who adopted Islam, they retaliated, and ultimately some battles were fought between the followers of Muhammad and these forces of the Meccan caravans as well as the Jews, in which Mecca was conquered, and Muhammad he succeeded to establish himself as a successful religious preacher and a political leader. After winning and consolidating his position as a religious preacher and a political leader, Muhammad started insisting on increasing his number of followers, and for that he insisted on conversion of people to Muslims. That is, the people should get converted to Islam, they should adopt Islam and leave their old religious beliefs. Why he did so? Because at that time Jews were there, some polytheists were there, and the people belonging to different tribes who were having their own rituals and practices, who were involved in idol worship, they were there. So in order to consolidate Muslim or Islam as a faith and a community of followers, he consolidated the Islam faith by persuading people to get converted to Muslims by adopting Islam and its practices. Due to all these achievements, many Arab tribes, especially the Bedouins, they became followers of Muhammad and they joined the Muslim community. They converted to Islam. And as a result of all this, Islamic State was established in a short period in the whole of Arabia. And in this Islamic State, Medina, where Muhammad was living, it became the administrative capital, and Mecca became the religious center as the Kaaba, or the main shrine where the idols of all the tribes were placed, and the tribal people, they used to visit the Kaaba or the holy shrine once in a year. This we have discussed in the previous video also. After consolidating his position and conquering Mecca, the idols of different tribes which were placed in the holy shrine or Kaaba, they were all removed. And why they were removed? Because according to the restructured principles, the Muslims, they have to offer their prayer by facing towards the holy shrine. And that's why, since Muhammad has preached that there is only one God, or Allah, so he removed all the idols from the holy shrine, and ultimately the shrine was cleansed. Muhammad united a large part of Arabia, and he created a new faith by the name of Islam. He created a new community, that is the followers of Islam, who came to be known as Muslims, and a new state, that is Arab state or the Islamic State. And it all happened in a short time span of 20 years. But in 632, Muhammad died. And when Muhammad died, he has not claimed any religious or political hire. In the absence of any legitimate hire, the Ummah, it became powerful, and the authority of Islam was transferred to Ummah, in which the principle of succession was not well established. It was not a well established practice, or nothing was said about this principle of succession by Muhammad. That's why so many tribes, they got an opportunity for innovations, and these opportunities, it created innovations. These opportunities were innovative, but these were only opportunistic innovations, and also side by side they created a divide amongst the Muslims. The followers of Muhammad, they came to be known as the Caliph or Khalifa. They became the deputy of the Prophet. Basically, the Caliph became the leader of the Muslims, and he was also known as Amir al-Mu'minin. The Caliph claimed himself to be the deputy of Prophet, and he closely associated himself with the Prophet. After Muhammad's death, the four caliphs, they came to power. They started ruling and controlling the Muslim community. But these four caliphs, they were having dual objective. First was to retain control over Ummah and the tribes who were the part of Ummah, so that Muslims can be kept united and Ummah can be renowned as the most important and most strongest community. Also, in order to survive and in order to continue with the expanding practices, the resources needs to be there, and that's why the second objective of the caliphs were to raise resources for the state. The caliphate or the four caliphs, they closely associated themselves with the Prophet and they followed and continued the Prophet's work as per the guidelines given by the Prophet himself. Now we will see the four caliphs and the works done by them. The first caliph after the death of Muhammad was Abu Bakr. At the time when Muhammad died, some of the tribes, they raised their own prophets and they established their own communities which were based on Ummah. So Abu Bakr, he suppressed the revolts of the member tribes of Islamic State and he led a series of campaigns and brought unity back to the Ummah. After Abu Bakr, the second caliph was Umar. He again shaped Ummah's policy of expanding power, and for this he insisted on leading expeditionary raids to maintain Ummah. At that same time, the Byzantine Empire, that is the Roman Empire, and the Sasanian Empire in the east, that is in Iran, these were the two most strong empires of that time. They were declining due to the internal revolts. This gave Umar an opportunity and he attacked and conquered territories from Byzantine Empire and the Sasanian Empire in the east. And Umar succeeded because of the religious conflicts and the aristocratic revolts which were going on in the Byzantine and Sasanian empires, due to which their strength declined. Umar fought 3 wars within 5 years, that is from 637 to 642, and he brought Syria, Iraq, Iran and Egypt under the control of Medina. After Umar, Uthman became the third caliph and he also continued and launched campaign to expand the Islamic State, and as a result the Arab Empire or the Islamic State was extended to Central Asia during the time of Uthman. But when Ali became the fourth caliph, he fought 2 wars with the Meccan aristocracy, because the Meccan people, they started gathering their power and they started raising questions on the caliphate. So Ali decided to suppress this and he fought 2 wars against the Meccan aristocracy. The first was the Battle of Camel, in which he defeated the army led by Muhammad's wife Aisha. His conquest in this war established Ali as the most powerful caliph. But in the second battle of Siffin, in which Muawiyah, who was governor of Syria and a close associate of Uthman, he defeated Ali, and as a result of this war, Ali's supporters, they got divided and they split themselves into 2 groups. One who were loyal to Ali remained loyal to Ali, while those who left the group and they started opposing Ali's policies, they came to be known as Kharjis, and it was one of the Kharji member who assassinated Ali in a mosque at Kufa, where Ali went. After this, Muawiyah declared himself the next caliph in 661 and he founded the Umayyad dynasty, which continued to rule till 750, when they were replaced by the Abbasids, that is Abbas, the uncle of Muhammad. That's all we have in this video. Thank you and have a nice day.